Stories by Fatima, Episode 7, Stranded in the Snow. Mia and Layla were business partners and twin sisters. One day while working, Mia said to Layla, we could use a vacation. They went on the internet looking for places they could go. They found many places like beaches with giant waves. But Mia and Layla liked the snow more than going to beaches. They found a cabin they could stay in which was on a mountain called Gray's Peak. "Let's go there for our vacation," said Mia. "It looks pretty cold. Do you think we have the right gear?" asked Layla. "Don't worry about it. We have lots of warm clothes," replied Mia. "Okay then," said Layla. They packed their things and booked a flight to the cabin. The next day they went to the airport and boarded the airplane. There were about 35 people on board the plane. While flying, something hit the plane. One of the wings of the plane became damaged. The plane started descending really fast. The pilot couldn't fly it but managed to control it until it landed on some snow in the mountain. All the passengers survived, but many of them were badly injured. Layla's leg was broken. "Layla, oh no, you're hurt," said Mia. "It's not that bad," said Layla. Everyone was panicking. The pilot said that they had enough food and water to last them for 2 weeks. The cabins with all their resources were 300 miles away. They didn't have any way of contact because the airplane's radio was damaged and their cell phones got damaged in the crash. They had to walk to the cabin so they could use the phones that were there. Everyone packed everything from the planes and they started to walk. Some people refused to go and said that it would be safer at the plane. "This is going to be a long walk," said Layla. "Don't worry, I'll carry you. At least it will be a good exercise," said Mia. Mia put Layla in a stretcher and started to carry her. After walking for a whole day, everyone decided to eat something. It had gotten dark and Mia and Layla fell asleep. The passengers set up a campfire to keep themselves warm and so animals would stay away from them. When Layla and Mia woke up, they found themselves surrounded by wolves. Mia and Layla both became frightened. Mia started shooing them away. The wolves nearly bit her hand. Mia screamed and grabbed a stick with fire and pointed it at them. "Good thinking," said Layla while lying on the stretcher. The wolves eventually started to back away slowly. They also saw that there weren't any people with them. "They must have ran away when they saw the wolves," said Mia warningly. "That won't stop us from going to the cabin," said Layla. "But we don't know the way there," replied Mia. "Yes, we do," replied Layla. They saw that the pilot had left one of the maps there. "This is going to be harder than Google Maps," said Mia. Mia and Layla walked as much as they could until they encountered another wolf. They got scared at first, but something was different. It was very small in size. It seemed to be a very young wolf. "It must have gotten separated from its mother," said Mia. "It will find a way back on its own," said Layla. As they walked, the little wolf started to follow them. The little wolf kept jumping up and down and nearly bit Mia's leg. They tried different ways to make it go away, but nothing was working. They decided to rest again. Mia pulled out her backpack to eat something. As soon as Mia pulled out a bit of cooked meat, the wolf came close as if it wanted some. "Hey, that's my lunch," shouted Mia. The little wolf looked at Mia with its big, adorable eyes and looked hungry. "Fine, here's half of it," said Mia. The little wolf sat down and enjoyed the meat. After they finished eating, they started walking again and the little wolf jumped into Mia's backpack. They started to dig through it again looking for meat. "How much meat do you want?" said Mia. It had been one day and Mia and Layla were exhausted. When they were walking, the little wolf jumped off Mia's back and started to run away. "Where is he going?" said Layla. Layla and Mia looked back and saw a huge avalanche coming towards them. "We have to get away," yelled Mia. Mia, while carrying Layla on a stretcher, ran as fast as she could, but the stretcher broke. "You have to try and run with me," said Mia to Layla. They had to go a little slower due to Layla's broken leg. Layla slipped and fell onto ice. The ice ice was starting to break. Layla tried to walk off, but that was just making it worse. Mia reached her hand out. Grab on, quick, shouted Mia. Mia grabbed Layla's hand and pulled her away from the ice, and they started to run again. After a little while, they were clear of the avalanche, and the two sisters managed to survive. Mia and Layla were breathing heavily. The little wolf came to Mia and Layla to see if they were all right. They kept on walking and walking. It had been 1 week, and Mia and Layla had finally made it to the cabins. It had food, water, and a phone there. They called for help and waited in the cabins for the rescue helicopter to come. The little wolf started to run outside. Now what's he doing? Said Layla. They looked out the window and saw the mother wolf. They saw the little wolf and the mother playing together. The wolves later walked away and went to their home. After 1 day, the rescue helicopter arrived and they flew back home. That was a crazy adventure, said Mia. Yes, it was, replied Layla. I don't feel like the snow anymore. Let's go to a nice warm beach, said Mia.